Hello and welcome to the 10-minute tea break on the Pickup. Make sure you've liked and subscribed the channel. We'll be doing these once or twice a week, so stay tuned. And this episode is going to be about productivity. We're going to have a chat about the pressures of being productive, I guess, in life these days. So I'll let Paul start on this one. We'll start the clock. 10 minutes.
Yeah, my opinion is that it's just like toxic. I think it's just turned into this completely toxic thing where it seems like everyone online is 10 tips to be more productive, 5 ways to be the most productive human being in the world, and you're like, it's like this guilt that they're like shaming you with, like, oh, how come you're not as productive as I am? That's bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want to have a tea break, like genuinely I just want to sit down and just stare at my phone like every other human on the planet for 10 minutes and not be doing some kind of project or side hustle,
After just your everyday life, sometimes you just want to switch off.
Yeah.
You don't need to be doing something to fill your time at every moment.
Exactly, yeah.
Silence is golden.
But I think maybe one of the bad things is that obviously people consume like YouTube or TikTok or whatever when they're in their downtime, and then a lot of people on these platforms are preaching about being more productive.
Yeah.
So then you get into this like shame spiral of like, oh, I'm sat here doing nothing at 7 o'clock on a Tuesday night or whatever. It's like, that's fine.
Yeah.
No one's saying don't be more productive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I just feel like that word productivity and like productivity hacks, and it's just it's horrible to me right now. Don't get me wrong, I think being productive is good, but like choose your moments. And
I mean, we're fine once to talk. We've got fingers in many pies.
Yeah, well, this is literally us being more productive with our time.
But I think
it's being productive. Being constructive is different to being productive, if you know what I mean. So like, we construct things, we build things, we try things, we make stuff, and like that, and it's like
don't product.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's like we're not doing this and going like, why is no one else making a podcast, guys? Like, what's going on? We're not shaming anyone else into doing it. We're just doing it because we have a laugh doing it and that. But I just don't like the whole 5 tips to be more productive, the productivity books. And
So your problem with people preaching productivity rather than actually being productive itself.
Yeah. And I think the connotation of the word is that you can never not be productive.
Yeah.
It's like that, like the feeling that I get from kind of online stuff at the moment.
Yeah, but as you sort of alluded to before, that lockdowns made us all think about what we want to do with our time, and well, I guess we've had a lot more time to do stuff in the first place, haven't we? And
we all made some banana bread.
Yeah. So for me anyway, like, I've wanted to become more productive with my time, because it was a lot of hours which we were just binging Netflix or doing online quizzes or whatever, in lockdown, and not really getting anywhere in life. It was like a pause, wasn't it? But like in a frustrating way at stages. So now I'm like, I think I've probably gone the other way, and I'm wanting to do a lot more with my time.
I suppose a bit of a release now that you can.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I suppose it was isolation, but it's isolated sort of productivity versus teamwork.
Yeah,
productivity.
exactly.
I like being productive when there's other people to bounce ideas off.
Yeah.
Because like I went into lockdown thinking, right, I'm going to spend this time I'm going to learn piano. I'm going to go through an online course of illustration, web design, stuff like that. And I spent maybe 20 minutes. I bought a little, one of those drawing pad things. Told myself I was going to learn to draw, but then just ended up watching telly.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine, yeah. And I think you get... We live in an environment nowadays where you get that analysis paralysis sort of thing. So, like, you can analyze why or where you can be more productive, or like once you get that like thing of, I need to be more productive, you then can start talking about being more productive more than you are being more productive, if you know what I mean. Like that, oh well, we could do this, we could do that, we could do this, because we've got to be seen to be being more like productive and from foot and all this kind of stuff. It's like, but if you just did it.
Yeah.
Plus, I think as well that people aren't really talking about like burnout. Like people, there's a real thing, especially coming off the back of isolation, COVID, and all this kind of stuff. Obviously, it's not done, but we're kind of easing out of restrictions, and you can't just go out and do everything.
Yeah.
We need times of rest. We're humans. You need to just chill and like slow down, and then. I think it's that online fakery that I really have a problem with. I read 20 books a week, and I read and I do this, and is it? Yeah, no, you don't.
Yeah. I think what you were saying there was like you need to be seen to be doing something. No one is sat there looking at your Instagram thinking, "Oh, he hasn't done anything recently."
Yeah.
So no one cares if you're productive or not.
They don't. But
you just think that people.
It's
care.
like the what you think is more than what is.
Yeah. It's all in your head.
Yeah, definitely. Again, like, I'm all for people kind of going, like, G'ing themselves up and going out and doing stuff. I think it's just this, like, the online kind of YouTube, I'm crushing it, this hustle is, Gary V, he's awful, Don't
get me wrong, I think, like, hard work is also important, but there's a balance to strike. You need to put hard work in to become successful in whatever you do. We want to hopefully make this podcast a success, and it's going to require a lot of hard work. But like, we're passionate about it. So if you find something you're passionate about, something you're really into, then great. Find a balance, but put the hard work in as well.
Yeah, I mean, maybe like now that I've actually verbalised my opinions on all of this, like possibly the thing that I care more about isn't this productivity thing. It's that things are portrayed as real online, and people are accepting that.
Yeah,
it's like TV. Like nothing that you see on the telly is real.
Yeah,
none of it. It's all been blasted with light from this angle, with shot from this best angle, and like everything on TV is fake.
It's like when we did the interview with the old band we were in. We did an interview with Channel 4, and they had things called noddies at the end.
Yeah.
So like you have your interview, but then at the end they're like, okay, we're going to zoom in on you now, Paul. Can you just pretend that presenter said something funny? And you're like. And then they're the little cutaways. It's all done with just the one camera, but it's made to look like it's a multicam.
Yeah, as I say, I think because YouTube is made by like real people and it can be made to look like it's real when it's on the fly, and I'm on the train, I'm in the car. It's fake. It's all been edited. These people maybe don't make that connection because it's like it's made to look.
Yeah.
Amateur, if you know what I mean.
And you put that sort of inspirational piano music behind it with like a really like soft voiceover.
Yeah. No, totally. And again, like, I just don't think people should be like shamed into that whole be more productive, the side hustle. Get in the bin, really. For
Get
me.
in the bath.
Yeah. Chill out, have a bottle of wine, and just relax,
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, I am the king of chill out, so like, I've never had a problem with that balance. And to be fair, like, I value my spare time, like, more than money, I suppose. Like, I generally refuse overtime and work because I'd rather
be at home.
Not be at home, just like be enjoying life with friends and family, and being social sort of thing.
I think that's important, isn't it?
Yeah.
So maybe don't be productive. maybe don't do that.
Or if you want to, do it. It's fine. Yeah.
Even if you do want to,
Yeah.
even if you do want to, don't.
Or do it sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes don't. Sometimes have a bath.
Have a balance, if you. So, so we'll call it there. 20 seconds to go. Again, yes. Subscribe, like the video, give us your thoughts on productivity, and let us know what you think. Any other topics you want us to discuss as well, ideas, drop a comment, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one.